Our next speaker, fellow Hartford Countyan, has a special place in all of our heart. Just barnstormed the state of Maryland for the last year and a half, and we're just so proud to have him. He was down on the Eastern Shore with us all day on Friday. Did a great job, delighted the crowds, and I just want to introduce one of my favorite candidates, and I'm sure you're going to be seeing a lot more of them in the next couple of years. Let's give a big hand for Jim Rutelidge.
Well, this is fantastic. It is wonderful to be out here tonight among so many great patriots. Because isn't it true that we share a common perception that right now we're witnessing the largest expansion of government power in our lifetimes? Is that not true? Yes. And as the power in Washington, D.C. rolls out across, taxes us, squeezes us, pushes us down from Annapolis, we know in our heart of hearts that our liberty is fading away. Because it's just like dropping a rock with gravity. The expansion of government power means that you and I are going to enjoy less and less of those cherished individual liberties that so many of our family and friends over the centuries fought and died for. And that's why we're out here tonight, because we know, ladies and gentlemen, that it is in fact now or never, don't we? Yeah. Take it back, Jim! We're going to take it back, and we're going to keep rolling. This is not the end at all this coming week. We are participating, getting involved, and ladies and gentlemen of Maryland, good citizens, this is the beginning of a seismic change in the history of America, is it not? Because when we look and see those folks, the Democrats, the hard leftists, let's face it, this is not our grandfather's Democrat Party anymore. No, ma'am. Not in the state of Maryland where so many of us had family members that were Democrats that were actually patriotic and believed in the United States of America. Not anymore, they don't, and they have to be shown the way out the door. We are looking at people occupying seats of government that are interested in expanding their own power and feeding themselves, giving themselves the greatest benefits at the cost of us, and thinking we're not paying attention, that we're too distracted with the cares of life, with the show on television to know what's going on. Here's the message, President Obama and Governor O'Malley. We know what's going on, and you're going to hear it next Tuesday. You better believe it. The secret's out. We have been ruled, not represented. We're not going to be stopped with an electrical outage, are we? We are gathered here today to say that we know that the foundation of this nation and the Constitution mean individual liberty is the answer for our problems. Lower taxes, limited government, and strong national security. Ladies and gentlemen, the Constitution is the blueprint for limited government. I would like you to think of the Constitution in a new way tonight and forever, as a beautiful cage that was built by people with great foresight to know that it took a strong cage to keep the government power and hungry beast inside of it. And ladies and gentlemen, for the past 100 years of history in this nation, we have seen the cage torn apart, and now the beast of powerful government is out. It is roaming and ravaging and devouring. Ladies and gentlemen, I need you to pledge for us tonight that from the governor's mansion to the halls of Congress, We are going to catch the beast and put him back in the cage. We have been lied to too many times, even in our schools, in the courthouse, in the state house, about what it means to be Americans and the value of individual liberty. Woo. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that you believe, like all of us here, we know that our individual freedoms are what will lead us to prosperity and opportunity across the board in America. That's what we need. And it's so sad as we look at this. Thank you. It's so sad as we look at the fact that when we're still having job problems, we're looking at the largest tax increase in the history of America in January of 2011, and more taxes are job killers. It's not the right way to go. For every $1 in tax cuts, it yields up to $3 in private sector job creation. And isn't it time to kill the death tax? Oh, it is. Yes, that's wrong. And the Heritage Foundation points out that over 1 million jobs would be created just by completely abolishing the death tax. There are so many things right and wrong going on. The right thing to do is get your friends and neighbors to turn out and vote and let your voice be heard. Never be silenced. Never be told to sit down, shut up, and be quiet. Now we have the liberty to associate, to gather, and to speak. So that's why I need you to pledge tonight that you're going to do everything you can while we still have these precious liberties to let our voices be heard this coming Tuesday. Do you promise me that? I just want to conclude with stating that you should never be discouraged about what you hear in the media about what your neighbors think. Because polls can be manipulated. And they are manipulated. And we're not going to be discouraged, and that's why you're out here tonight. So don't you believe a single thing, America. Not Harford County, not here in the cradle of liberty. We know the only poll that matters is the vote. So God bless you and God bless America. Thank you very much.
Jim, I think you produced too much energy. There was an overload over there somewhere. Too much. Thanks, Jim.